It's hard to imagine now, but the pilot episode of The US Office wasn't very popular in 2005. People thought the NBC version was unoriginal, unfunny, and a bad clone of the UK version. Critics didn't think the awkward humour and bleak cinematography worked for American audiences. But NBC renewed the show anyway, and it took a step away from the UK classic, making the set brighter and the characters more relatable. Jim and Pam's on and off relationship flourished, and from that point onwards, the US Office was winning everywhere, and that lasted 9 seasons. But in the age of streaming, shows aren't so lucky. On average, Netflix originals only get 2 seasons before being axed. Netflix rarely budges on its decision to cancel the show, despite some furious fan campaigns. So if there's a loyal, dedicated fan base for some of these shows, why not let them play out like the US Office? For Netflix, it's a data game. Views need to be high. Unlike traditional television networks, Netflix doesn't release viewing figures, and you can't really compare Netflix views to those on other platforms. A YouTube view counts as anything over 30 seconds. It's 3 minutes for a TV show, and it's at least 2 minutes for Netflix. So it's all a bit messy. But we do know that the viewership needs to be high enough to justify the amount of money spent. Some shows may be popular with dedicated fan bases, but these shows won't reel in a mass viewership. The ideal show for Netflix is one like Stranger Things, which is watched by the majority of Netflix subscribers. The throwback 80s music, quick wit, and strong cast brought in new audiences and maintained current ones. Ultimately, this is what Netflix needs to grow. Netflix collects data on how you watch a show to decide whether or not to renew it. Starters are households who watch just one episode of a series. Completers finish an entire season. Then there are watchers, the total number of subscribers who watch a show. The deciding metric is 28-day viewership, which is the number of people who watch an entire season of a show within a month. If this is high, the show will get renewed. According to Netflix, Bridgerton was watched by 82 million households in its first 28 days. Metrics like 28-day viewership are crucial for renewal, because more money is on the line for Netflix. Netflix buys an entire season of a show at once, rather than just a single pilot. It also pays for a show's entire production costs, with a 30% premium. Traditional networks don't do this. NBC only paid for a portion of the US Office. The production company D&D Productions had to pay for the rest. The benefit for D&D Productions was that if it wanted, it could go on to ship The Office internationally. But when something is on Netflix, it stays on Netflix. And the incentive for producers? Considerable bonuses and pay bumps as a series carries on. But this also means that the show gets more and more expensive for Netflix to renew. It's actually cheaper to commission a new show than to extend an old one. So Netflix has to be brutal. If a show hasn't grown significantly in popularity over 2 or 3 seasons, Netflix deems it unlikely to gain any new viewers, which is why the OA, Sense8, and others have been axed. So, next time you love a show but none of your friends are watching it, you'll just have to hope the metrics are on your side.